I dare you to tell me what a championship eliminator means. I dare you.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Marc Raspa Jr. can pin the champion, he gets a championship match of his own.
But
what an ovation for Marc Raspa Jr. I think Marc is part of this class, along with the likes of Tyson McQuaid, along with the likes of Jake Manley, that are really showing their ability to scrap, to really just get in there, do some mad wrestling, some technical wrestling, take it to that next level.
Well, I have a personal issue for Marc Raspa, so throw the unbiased commentary out the window.
His opponent.
But I will say the crowd firmly behind him. And after the entrance of our champion, I'll explain to you the real stipulations of this match.
The golden era, weighing in 200 pounds, he is the reigning, defending FFPW heavyweight champion, Marc
Murphy, since you're so soft-skulled and don't know the stipulations...
Hey.
Whoa, don't interrupt me.
Smooth brain.
Smooth brain?
Yes.
You're dumb is my point. You're stupid is my point. My point is that, yes, you got half of it right. Marc Raspa, if he can beat the champion tonight, he gets a title shot at that very championship. The very championship that's within arm's reach of us right now. But, and this is a big but, Murphy, if he loses tonight, he can never challenge for the heavyweight title again as long as Wet Bread is champion.
It seems like a fair stipulation. It sounds like the house is on his side. You would have thought that we traveled to Canada, to Bizarro Land.
What?
And this is not the typical reaction we get in a Wet Bread Waters match, but nonetheless.
No, it's crazy that the guy from Philly has people here rooting for him. It's wild.
Hey, Wet Bread Waters is a Jersey guy. He's also a technical wrestler cut from a similar cloth of his tag team partner, Goldie. He was successful earlier tonight. Will Wet Bread also be successful?
Holding on to that wrist lock. Let me talk. I'm the wrestler here. Let me explain.
We were saying the same thing.
What do you owe me?
My dignity.
A Coke or something? Oh, okay, I'll take that too. There's not much left. Technical wrestling early on. Wet Bread with a nice heel trip and a rear waist lock. And a nice takedown. Wet Bread is way ahead on points right now.
Absolutely holding on to that waist now, trying to worm his arms through. Marc Raspa Jr. in a very vulnerable position. Bridging up, though. Can he break the lock?
Good job by Raspa, technically breaking the hands, feeding his arm through and taking the back of Brett. But Brett holding onto the rope and an arm drag.
And look at the snap, the torque on that arm drag. Raspa absolutely crashing into the mat. Now his arm, Brett threatening to tear it out of the socket.
Referee right there in position. Never thought I'd compliment this referee, but he is in position.
Oh, Marc Raspa Jr. in position too. Able to make it to that rope. Great ring awareness, but Brett Waters taking a moment.
Yeah, Wet Brett not liking the fans not being on his side. I haven't seen that side of him in quite a while.
Oh, Brett reaching down on the head of Marc Raspa Jr. Able to fight his way back up to his feet, and Marc sent crashing into the turnbuckle. Brett sending him across the ring, but up and over goes Raspa. Reversed on the hip toss, lands on his feet, and big cross body. Cover, and not enough.
Wet Brett has seen that move before. His partner Goldie has done it, and now on the receiving end.
Trying to go for that weighted DDT, but too much weight behind Wet Brett. We've seen him in the gym. One of the best physiques here at the world-famous Monster Factory. That's why he's the champion, but Marc trying to use his body like a weapon, gets caught though.
Distinct power advantage on display from Brett. Oh!
TKO.
That's right, TKO, a Samoan drop clutch into a cutter of sorts.
Cover. Marc able to live to fight another day. You can hear the reaction. How much the Monster Factory faithful are willing him on. They want him to have that championship match.
Let me tell you, Murphy, from experience, when you expect a crowd to treat you one way and you come out and they treat you in some way that you weren't expecting, it messes with your head. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the MFPW champion. I don't care if it's your first match. It has an effect on you, and we've already seen that effect. Brett saying that it's had an effect. He's acting differently. He's maybe doing things he wouldn't normally do in there. And if Raspa can take advantage, the champion might be in trouble.
I think you could see him wince there for a second when that kick out came, knowing that he has to continue to trudge on.
That's right.
To fight this uphill battle against not only Marc, but this crowd.
Yeah.
Brett catching the foot, tries to go for a chop, doesn't quite get it, and now Raspa sending off the champion, reverse twice over. Oh! Caught him with the clothesline in the corner. Up to the top, Wet Brett trying to get his bearings. Cross body and a high spot at that. Oh! Contention to the referee, but I think that was not quite enough.
I don't think it was. The crowd wants 3 in the worst way, and Marc Raspa wants 3 in the worst way. The biggest opportunity of his young career so far.
Now injecting life into Paulsboro. Raspa summoning the spirits. But Brett Waters has other plans. DDT and a vicious one. Now bringing him back to the center of the ring. Raspa with a violent fall. Still kicking.
I wish I could say I'd be able to kick out of that tornado DDT, a vicious one. Put on by Wet Brett Waters, something that we've seen recently in his matches. I believe he's put a few people away with that move. And now you see the aggression. This is what I'm talking about, Murphy. We haven't seen this style of wrestling from Wet Brett Waters in quite a while, but tonight the crowd's against him, and he feels backed into a corner.
Hey, just a few months ago, we saw him out here with a rubber ducky inflatable inner tube.
That's right.
With water wings. I don't see that guy right now. I see somebody willing to defend his championship with not only his body, his blood, his sweat, his tears, but all of that from Marc Raspa Jr. too.
Wet Brett Waters relishing in this moment. You know, it's pretty sweet to win when the crowd's behind you. It's even sweeter to win when the crowd is against you and you can shut all of them up. And Brett hasn't had an opportunity to do that in quite a while.
And maybe it's something that could be a feather in his cap, you know, something to really jolt him forward in this title reign. But now being pushed forward into the turnbuckle. Drop kick from Raspa, didn't quite get all of it. Trying to go for that clothesline. Not able to bring the champion down. Goes for it. But now, Sling Blade. Raspa. En fuego.
What does that mean?
It means he's on fire.
Oh, he's on fire.
Put him out. Wet Brett
That's
Waters.
appropriate for the match, because Wet Brett, you know, because he's, right? All right,
And
anyway.
trying to extinguish the flame that Raspa has set here.
Oh, shoulder breaker.
Deep cover, really hooking the leg, and not getting it.
An absolute textbook shoulder breaker from Wet Brett Waters. The camera might not have had a good angle, but we certainly did.
I'm glad we did.
Caught Raspa's attempt at perhaps a jumping DDT and turned it right into a textbook shoulder breaker.
Listen to this crowd,
That's
the
incredible.
Monster Factory faithful for this main event on Total Rasslin Live. Up goes Raspa. Hurricane Rana. Second signs of life, and now DDT. Not going, going for the cover now. Rolling over the champion. New #1 contender. Raspa, a heartbeat away.
Oh no. Raspa looking to put him away. He's taking too much time. Stay on him. Get on top of him, Mark.
He's a Philly boy. He's got the Super Bowl numbers tattooed on his thigh. Fly, Eagles, fly. No. Lands on his feet, rolls through Wet Bread, able to break the strike. Striking combination of his own. Now, with the clothesline, ducked, enziguri! This is the main event of Total Rasslin Live, Episode 4, Marc Raspa Jr. Championship Eliminator match against the heavyweight champion, Wet Bread Waters. Up to the top rope he goes again. Connects! Oh!
I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. I'm trying to do my job here and talk about this, but I am a fan just like everybody else right now.
And man, I'll tell you what, Marc Raspa Jr. is making me a believer. He might have it in him to knock off the champion. Up onto the shoulders, can't quite get it. Waist lock. Brett trying to will up maybe a German suplex, but now back elbows from Raspa. Going through, off the ropes, O'Connor roll, cover, and close one once again, but now locking up the arm, the leg, the whole body of Raspa, tied in a pretzel, and that's a tap.
Ow!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission at an official time of 10 minutes, 54 seconds, the MFPW Heavyweight Champion, West Brett Waters!
A unique predicament for Wet Bread Waters. What does this mean for the champion moving forward?
It has to be a boost of confidence to Wet Brett Waters, not only defeating one of the most promising prospects at the Monster Factory, but doing it in front of basically a hometown crowd for Raspa.
And a sign of respect, a fighting champion nonetheless. And what a moment for Marc Raspa Jr. as well. Thank you for joining us for episode 4 of Total Rasslin Live. Join us next week. What a night for this young competitor. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping us remember Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next time on Total Rasslin Live.